everyone, I'm Jennifer Brown, Family Consumer Science Agent with the North Carolina Cooperative Extension Service. So I've got some different things here that I'm going to talk about. These are things that I keep in my house regularly so that I can make simple, easy meals for my family that's also budget friendly. So we're going to kind of start from my left to right and talk about the different things and give you a little bit of information about nutrition as well. So first I have my bread. I'd always try to keep a loaf of bread handy because it's good for sandwiches for my kids for school, as well as even just simple little snacks. But what we will do is we're going to make sure that our bread is 100% whole grain product. So the way we're going to do that is not just read the labels on the front, because those can be misleading as well. They'll have made with grains, they'll have multi-grain, they'll have a variety of different wordings that they're trying to make you think that they're healthier than they are. So the real way to know if it's a whole grain product is to flip it around to where the nutrition facts label is. You want to go past all the numbers to the very bottom where it has the list of ingredients. The first ingredient needs to be a whole grain product. So whole grain wheat in this particular thing. So mine is a whole grain product. Also, I'm going to try to keep some oats on hand. These are really good for if I'm trying to make a breakfast and want to do some oatmeal, or also when I'm doing desserts. Instead of making an apple pie, my kids and I will make an apple crisp. The calories and the fat is higher in the crust. So if I can take that out of my dessert and substitute it with something just as delicious, then I can get a healthier dessert. So I use my oats to make my crisps. And there's a lot of extension recipes if you like cranberries or peaches or whatever. So there's a variety of different crisps that you can make. My kids like an apple one. Then we go to the rice. We'll try to keep brown rice here, but you can do it in a simple, bag of rice that you kind of measure out and use what you need as you go. This is going to be cheaper to buy, but I will also keep just one or so of these bags handy as well, because since I do have kids and work a full-time job, just like you guys, it can get a little hectic, and sometimes I don't have enough time to make dinner or to plan this big, huge meal, especially if I've been cooking at work. So I will keep one or two of these around. This is Uncle Ben's Ready Rice pouch. It only has about 2 servings in it, so it's perfect for if it's just me and my husband, or if you're just cooking for 1 or 2. I try to make sure, again, I get the whole grain. They have a wide variety of flavors, but I want the whole grain. That's why I'm trying to do this. I will also look for other little labels on things. Sometimes it'll say approved by the American Heart Association. Some of them will say approved by the American Diabetes Association. So if they have put their stamp of approval on something, then I'm going to try to, get that particular product, because I know it's at least a little bit healthier for me than some of the others. But you still want to follow the portion sizes. So canned goods. I always have fresh produce, but I also keep canned goods, whether it's some spaghetti sauce on those nights I don't feel like making my own spaghetti sauce, or just some soup for when my kids maybe don't feel so well. But no matter what type of can I'm getting, I'm going to try to get the one that says no salt added. So when you go buy vegetables, typically it'll have a regular one, they'll have a reduced sodium, which is about 50%, and then you'll have a no salt added can. I always try to get the no salt added can because it has a lot less sodium in it than a regular can. So you're talking about maybe 10 milligrams of sodium versus 380 milligrams of sodium. That's a big difference. But if you want to get the regular can, at least rinse it off as much as you can in your sink to try to get as much of that salt off as you can. My children and I love doing things in the crock pot or the slow cooker. So I always make sure I have some slow cook liners on hand, because even though I like cooking and I like eating, I don't always like the cleaning up that goes with it. So these are really good. You just kind of put them in the inside as a liner of your crock pot, put all the food in, cook it, and then when you're done, you can just grab the bag, pull it out, and just throw the trash away. And it's very lightly cleaning in case maybe the bag ripped or something like that, but it saves a heck of a lot of time. Same thing, I'll have some aluminum foil that I will put down on a cookie sheet when I'm making, roasting some veggies, or if I'm cooking a pork tenderloin in the oven. A lot less cleanup. So if I don't have my fresh veggies or my can, then I will use my freezer. So you can have two different kinds, just the regular one. Again, you portion out how much you need, or you can get the steam bag veggies. Either one is fine, no matter what you do. You want to make sure that either bag is as much as healthy for you as it can be. So the way you do that is you want to get the ones that do not have sauce, that do not have extra seasoning. So sometimes I'll see the potatoes with Italian seasoning, or you'll see the broccoli with cheese sauce. You want to stay away from those because they're high in sodium. So just get the regular regular bag of steamed veggies. No matter what, too, I'm always going to try to make sure I have some other sources of protein. So I always keep meat on hand, as well as black beans are a good source of protein, eggs, peanut butter. But if in a pinch, I do have canned veggies, some canned chicken or some canned tuna. I'll get my spaghetti sauce, my whole grain pasta, and I'll even put canned chicken in there if I don't feel like getting out my ground beef or ground turkey or even ground chicken and making spaghetti. This definitely saves me even when I'm doing chicken fajitas. It's great to have some canned veggies. I also want to make sure that I don't forget my dairy group. So my children love yogurt. We've talked about this before. They'll get some yogurt, some fruit, and they'll get some granola and make a yogurt parfait. They can also use their yogurt with some veggies like spinach or kale and make a smoothie along with some fruits in there too. Last but not least, I want to make sure that I have the things that I need to cook. So I always cook with olive oil if at all possible. If not, the next thing I use is vegetable oil. So these is very important in my kitchen, is to have some olive oil, and I try to get the extra virgin olive oil, and seasonings. My two favorite are oregano and basil. I'll put it on a lot of different things, but I have a wide range of seasonings, and that will help me stay away from using the salt, which is not good for me, and it'll help add flavor. A lot of people don't like eating healthy because they say it's bland and it doesn't taste good. You need to know what kind of seasoning. So we have other information that we can provide to you about herbs and spices to help kind of spice up your meals a little bit while keeping it nutritious. So this has been Jennifer Brown, Family Consumer Science Agent with the North Carolina Cooperative Extension Service. Thanks for tuning in.